There is something happening behind the scenes that could completely shift the future of the franchise, and the urgency surrounding these developments is greater than ever. From shocking rumors about a legendary player possibly seeking a reunion in a new destination, to fresh reinforcements preparing to prove their worth in training camp, and even growing tension between key pieces of the roster, every new headline adds another layer of uncertainty and excitement. What's coming next has the potential to reshape not only this team's direction, but also the balance of power across the entire league. So stay with us until the very end, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments, because what we're about to reveal might surprise you and will definitely keep you on the edge of your seat. LeBron's one bold prediction pointed to the Mavericks as a possible destination. On the surface, the idea seems far-fetched, but when you dig deeper into the connections and opportunities, the story starts to take a more poetic shape. Imagine LeBron ending his career alongside Anthony Davis, who was traded to Dallas last season, and Kyrie Irving, one of his most iconic former teammates. Add in familiar coaching figures from the Lakers' 2020 championship squad like Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel, and suddenly the narrative feels like a carefully written finale. Yet, there are significant financial hurdles. Dallas already has 12 players under contract for the 2026-27 season, which leaves little flexibility to offer James anything close to the max contract he usually demands. Historically, LeBron has avoided pay cuts, always maximizing his value while still keeping his teams competitive. For him to make an exception with Dallas, it would require a complete shift in mindset. Reports suggest it's highly unlikely he'd accept a minimum or mid-level deal, but his close ties to Davis, Irving, and the coaching staff could be enough to bend the rules this time. The Cavaliers offer nostalgia, but outside of Larry Nance Jr., the roster no longer reflects the family he once had in Cleveland. In contrast, the Mavericks present a chance to chase one more title alongside players who know how to complement their style. If James truly seeks a storybook ending, choosing Dallas over Cleveland might be the most fitting move. But here's the real question. Will LeBron be willing to sacrifice financially for the chance to rewrite his legacy one last time? This uncertainty creates the perfect lead-in to what the Lakers themselves are building with their new reinforcements. Lakers' new reinforcements and surprising X-factors. As the Lakers prepare for training camp between September 30th and October 2nd, all eyes will be on how J.J. Redick plans to join the team's newest acquisitions. 3 names stand out immediately: DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, and Jake LaRavia. Each brings a unique skill set that could either elevate the Lakers into serious contention or expose vulnerabilities if things don't click. Ayton is perhaps the biggest wild card. Once the centerpiece of Phoenix's finals run in 2021 alongside Chris Paul, Ayton has proven he can thrive with an elite playmaker in pick-and-roll situations. Now, paired with Luka Doncic, the possibilities are endless, especially if he can stay disciplined and avoid the off-court distractions that have occasionally shadowed his career. With a 2-year contract motivating him financially, Ayton has the chance to reinvent himself as a dominant force within. Marcus Smart, on the other hand, represents stability, if his body holds up. Named Defensive Player of the Year. Just 3 seasons ago, Smart is exactly the kind of perimeter defender the Lakers desperately lacked. Injuries have limited their impact in recent years, but with careful management from the medical staff, even 60 to 65 healthy games from him could dramatically improve the team's defensive identity. Smart also brings toughness, leadership, and postseason experience, qualities that extend beyond the stat sheet. Then comes Jake LaRavia, the underdog. After spending time as a role player in Memphis, often overshadowed by stars like Ja Morant and Desmond Bane, LaRavia now finds himself in a golden opportunity. Surrounded by LeBron, Luka, and Reaves, he won't be asked to do too much, but if he focuses on Needs with these reinforcements, the Lakers' future looks unpredictable, a mix of star power and unproven depth. But unpredictability also breeds tension, especially when egos and roles collide. And speaking of tension, that brings us to Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, where things are already heating up before the season even begins. Luka Doncic, Austin Reaves, and the brewing dilemma. As training camp approaches, Luka Doncic has already sent a lighthearted but telling message to Austin Reaves. Time for a haircut. What may seem like a joke highlights something bigger. The spotlight is firmly on how these two guards will coexist in Los Angeles. Doncic, fresh off an impressive Eurobasket run with Slovenia, is focused on conditioning and elevating his game. Reaves, meanwhile, spent the summer balancing golf tournaments and off-season workouts, showing flashes of improvement in shooting and defense. But behind the smiles and workouts, questions loom about whether their games truly fit together. Reaves turned down a 4-year, $89.2 million extension, betting on himself to raise his market value. But analysts like Robert Horry are already suggesting the Lakers might need to move on. His argument is simple. Doncic and Reaves have overlapping skill sets, both excelling with the ball in their hands, both occupying similar positions, and both trying to dictate the pace of play. To some, this redundancy is a ticking time bomb. Trade rumors have begun circulating, with the San Antonio Spurs reportedly interested if Reaves becomes available. In the meantime, Reaves is working hard to adapt, specifically focusing on becoming more effective off the catch, speeding up his release, and cutting without the ball. All essential skills when sharing the court with Doncic. The question is whether that adaptation will come fast enough to silence doubts. If it doesn't, the Lakers could be forced into a difficult decision. Keep developing Reaves as a long-term piece, or capitalize on his trade value before chemistry issues derail the season. Either way, the tension between Reaves' ambitions and Doncic's dominance will be one of the defining storylines of the season. And with LeBron's future hanging in the balance and new reinforcements trying to find their place, the Lakers are entering a season that could either redefine their dynasty or push them into chaos.